This mama bear couldn't reach her cubs in a dumpster, but help arrived from an unlikely friend. Her babies were everything to her. She was so frantic when they got stuck. They were trapped in a large metal container, but she couldn't reach in, and they were too small to climb out. Conservationists see the impact that human expansion has on wildlife all the time, but it's more evident in some species than others. Take the black bear, for example. It's an animal that should be foraging in forests and mountains. Studies suggest that black bears are in fact adapting to the urban environment. Bears have always been attracted to human communities because they can easily find food there. One of the reasons that bears are becoming more urbanized is because of trash. Humans create an awful lot of garbage, and trash cans are ripe pickings for a hungry bear. And it isn't just the bear's feeding habits that are changing either. A 2003 study in the Journal of Zoology indicated that bears near urban areas are more active at night. Bears are extremely efficient foragers and so intelligent, resourceful, and adaptable, he told National Geographic. They'll figure out a good food source almost instantly. Despite their intelligence, though, sometimes even clever bears can get in over their heads. For example, in July 2012, a New Mexican couple heard cries coming from a dumpster close to their Ruidoso home. The couple then realized that some of the cries were actually coming from inside the dumpster. Under the circumstances, there could only be one conclusion: the bear was a mommy. In fact, it wasn't even the first time that the bears had been seen in these particular dumpsters. One of the couple, Shirley Schenk, subsequently told ABC News just how smart the animals are. This mother is notorious in the neighborhood, she added. Shirley and her husband Tom committed themselves to helping the bear cubs, so they went to get their pickup truck. When the truck approached, the bear retreated, but remained close by her cubs. While Mommy watched from a distance, Shirley lowered the ladder carefully into the dumpster. Even as Mommy Bear returned to her vigil outside the dumpster, her cubs were already climbing out. Initially, only one little fuzzy head appeared above the lip of the container. Then a third and final cub clambered out, and they all started to drop carefully down to the ground. Mommy waited patiently for her first baby to reach the floor before sauntering off. You'd think that getting close to such potentially dangerous wild animals would have scared the Schenks. Shirley wasn't fazed, however. I wasn't scared, she told ABC News. I had my husband driving, and I knew we'd drop the ladder and go, and I would never have done that on foot. As previously mentioned, she had helped bears in the same predicament before. In fact, it's actually the third time that the Schenks have helped the animals climb out of dumpsters. In October 2017, 2 bear cubs climbed into a dumpster there looking for food. A woman noticed that they were trapped and tried to lure them out. The sides of the container were too big for the cubs to scale, however, so they needed assistance escaping. The Good Samaritan, who was also joined by a growing crowd, subsequently lowered a ladder into the dumpster for the cubs. One of them took its chance to escape and instantly used the ladder to climb out. During the cub's first attempt to regain its freedom, in fact, it saw the crowd and dropped right back into the dumpster. But when it realized that the onlookers meant no harm, the baby bear quickly climbed out and joined its sibling. Rosemary Stussy, a biologist for the Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife, has some advice for those encountering bears. They're rarely aggressive toward people, she told the Mail Tribune. They generally just ignore you. And don't freak out, Stussy continued. Back away from them slowly and you should be fine. Shirley Schenk agrees. She does exactly the same thing. Anytime I see them, I just go the other direction on purpose, she said.